like a nice ballet. Dolce & Gabbana's main shop in Amsterdam. These are glass bricks. We actually have made an entire show here with stuff in the cars. This might look like any other street in Amsterdam, and it kind of is, but it holds 6 buildings that we're going to show you today that don't exist anywhere else in the world. Welcome to PC Hooftstraat of Amsterdam. This is the golden mile of the city, where only a fraction of tourists ever venture, because it has the most luxurious companies' shops right here. And today we're going to show you not just the fronts of them, but a little bit of the peak, how they were designed and what they mean to this extraordinary city. Join us. One of the striking facades on the street is on my left here. It's the Cleef Arpels, which is an interesting company on its own, but that's not important. What is important is how they managed to build a new type of facade blending into the existing Dutch or Amsterdam architecture. You see, this street is under very heavy regulation because it was all done in 19th century, and Amsterdam wants to keep that kind of design originally. So they asked the companies, whoever want to build here, to actually kind of mimic the old facade. And these are 3D printed. They feel like plastic, but if you look at them, they just go all the way up, and the whole facade is a very wide building, and it's really well done. The way it's done, and like, it feels like plastic, but it's also, you can see clearly that it's been sticked on top of it. Behind is the original frame, which is probably concrete or steel. And it's an interesting way of actually having these windows that are starting like a foundation. So if you take a look back, the foundation level is really wide, and then the second floor is slightly lower, and also the windows go a little bit higher, and then the top floor has smaller windows. So this is very intentional in architecture. But here is the building that is really outstanding, the Rimowa building, because the way the glasses blend in, and the brickwork here starts again it's kind of fake brick. So behind is actually the construction of it, the actual steel and the concrete. So they start really narrow, and it just widens up, and it goes all the way up there, and these dance like a nice ballet of these glass walls. And this door, I really like, who has a door like this in their office? Look at this design. It is absolutely magnificent. The way it arches there and it meets the keystone, kind of like the culmination of the door, is really marvelous. Must have been quite interesting to me. And also the ornaments on the top are something to behold at. And here is one of those 6 buildings, the Dolce & Gabbana's main shop in Amsterdam. Look at that. It looks like it's real brick. It's not. It's prefabricated, 3D. So it's a facade like that. They're brought together here and then just basically glued or attached on the facade on 3 or 4 different pieces. It's a really well made, because you can even see the number 1, 2, 3 is even blended in there, and it is an extraordinary building just to marvel, isn't it? There are 4 different levels. The foundation level has the big windows that let in the light, and the next level is probably where they have more of the clothing, and it's slightly shorter, slightly thinner, and then the third level is even fraction smaller, and then they go to the gable and all the way in the top of it, where the where basically the entire building comes together. And it's an extraordinary different from all the rest here, just like Rimowa and Van Cleef, is that it really stands out. It is the only one on this side of the street that is not black, and it's like, look at the ones next to it, D Square 2 and Filippa. They're very different, but Dolce Gabbana went on a different direction, just as a company they are, a little bit different, a little bit extraordinary. What do you think? I think it's extraordinary. I say extraordinary too much. And now we're coming to the most special building in this street. The Hermes or Hermes, whatever, however you say it. It looks incredible in person. These are glass bricks, fortified glass bricks, glued together from the foundation. They apparently use milk, really. They use milk so it reflects where they can put it precisely, and then these are glued together here in the actual location, so not prefabricated. And it is an extraordinary thing to see because it emits light from the inside, but also emits light from the outside. And when it's nighttime, there's a nice soft glow that comes out from the shop. But what I want to show you is how it blends in to the facade. You can see the magnificence of it from here. It goes all the way, it blends in like a matrix, basically, the Matrix movie. From all the way from the bottom, blends into the top, and it just has this like a nice, really nice glow to it when the sun hits. It really is, guys, like extraordinary to look at this in person. There are probably a million pieces of bricks here. And even by the way, even the door frame is a glass brick. Yeah, even this door frame is a glass brick. This side of it is glass, and also this is glass, and that also is the glass. I didn't notice that before. Even the frame here, which is usually the connector of the door, is also completely glass. Hermes, how do you say this name? Mikhail, what do you do? No idea. We're just gonna spell Hermes. It is unbelievable, really, to look at. This building is so different, it's so special that we actually have made an entire show here with stopping the cars. Look at the glass building, the light when it hits it, it's something different. In fact, it's so beautiful, they put a cafeteria here just to enjoy. Cup of coffee while watching a masterpiece. Not the van, that. After you're spending millions on things you never need, because yeah, me and Mikhail wouldn't know. we shop at the bazaar, but if anyone knows what Hermes sells, let us know about it. We would love to get educated. But in all seriousness, it is an absolute masterpiece to look at. Because the thing is, buildings should be also ornamental, right? For how we feel. The architects have made them to make us feel good. It's an emotional connection between human and the object. If there is no connection, like any other building you see in many other cities, the person doesn't feel like they're part of the culture, part of the environment. They've done this in this street. That's why we're making this video about the street, because this is a very unique area of the city. It's a place where a fraction of people actually visit, and it's a masterpiece of architecture that has been complementing the old with the new and with amazing materials, and it's a delight. It's absolute delight. And here is one of the most creative facades in the entire street. What you're about to see is printed on 3D on top of a facade that is existing. Look at this. Vanbruun is a jewelry company, obviously. And the way it looks in person is absolutely spectacular. These are, again, 3D printed, sticked on the stone and concrete facade. Elements of marble here, But when you go up, it looks like these wave motions of bricks. And it is absolutely fantastic. This really looks like sound signatures and it kind of blends in. The more higher you go, the less ripple effects the brick formation has. And it then eventually blends in entirely to the brick. I mean, look at this, man. This is really spectacular. And Vanbruun have done an incredible job of commissioning this and then adopting it, because next door, Elisabeth Franchi and Do Uomo is completely normal. But these ones, this one is done something like what Dolce Gabbana and Fendi and Hermès have done, gone a step further, pushed the envelope, try to be different, because as a brand, they are probably different. They're evergreen, everlasting. So is the facade. This is gonna look great, I think, even 100 years from now. What a choice. Really, when you look at this in person, it's stunning. It's stunning. And as the sun hits this building, you start to realize the beauty that is revealing. And I like that kind of beauty. It's a beauty that is kind of subtle, but the more you look at it, the more it comes through, just like a beautiful woman. And actually, one of the most important decisions in anyone's life is the partner you choose. This has definitely chose the right materials. It's, again, a kind of a 3D, but it looks like these are entire bricks made out of aluminum. And another, similar to Hermes, it blends in like it trickles in, just like Matrix. It trickles in there, and look at the way this, when the sun hits it, how spectacular it is. It is quite a large facade, so the shop must be quite big from inside. We're not allowed to film it, but honestly, it's really boring from inside. From outside, exterior looks heavenly. It is so elegant. Fendi has chosen a very simple logo, by the way. Just, I don't know, what is that? One of the problems we have in urban cities is that these beautiful streets are mainly occupied by cars. They're built in cars. Even in a bike-friendly city like Amsterdam, they're made for cars. We should definitely get rid of cars in these kind of areas of cities. Imagine if there were no cars here. People will walk in the middle, there'll be more trees, there'll be more greenery, there'll be more calm, more beauty. We don't need to have cars here. We could have commercial vehicles, but not private vehicles. And look at the street calmness of it. When there is no car, there's a whole moment of just silence and beauty. And that's what life is about. You don't come to cities like Amsterdam to look at cars and look at boring buildings. You come to these cities to look at these kind of buildings and experience the urban life. And just talking about the devil, the car. Way too many of them. Houses and shops. Oh, it was so good. I forgot to walk. This is the problem. One of the problems. They do their own thing usually.